So it may be your favorite place to shop, but did you know that you can also learn about how to build a strong community from Target? Yeah, that's right, Target. I've been observing how they're building community, and I've got 4 big takeaways that I want to share with you. So before I was known as the queen of online communities, I was helping corporate brands take what they were doing in a traditional marketing space and merge it with what they were doing online. So I absolutely love looking at what brands are doing to build community and how we can apply that to the online space. I think one of the mistakes that many online business owners make is just learning from and looking to other people in the industry to figure out what the next strategy or tactic is that they need to be doing. And so my encouragement to you is to observe what's happening in the real world out there with companies like Nike and Walmart and Amazon and FedEx and see what they're doing to grow communities and to build a good brand in the industry. So I've recently been taking a look at Target to see what they're doing. We all love Target, and there's a reason for it. There's a reason that Target and Walmart having a similar focus and a similar service that they provide, there's a reason that one of them has built a really strong culture and community. So today I want to share with you 4 things that you can learn about how to build a stronger community from Target. We're going to start with the first one. That's creating exclusivity. So one of the things that Target has is their Circle Rewards program. This is their Insiders Club, where people can get access to exclusive discounts, early sales, and information that you can't find otherwise. This is advertised everywhere. It's on the app. It's in their newsletter. It's in the store on their products. They're asking you about it at checkout. And basically what they're saying is, do you want to be in the club? Do you want to have access to the things that insiders have access to that outsiders don't have access to? And that is a way to build a strong community, to create a sort of exclusivity, to give perks and benefits to people that are a part of your community that they can't get unless they are a part of your community or a certain level of your community. So my question for you is, how can you create or enhance the exclusivity of your community? Now, I know for some of you, this may feel a little bit uncomfortable because in today's day and age, we have this mindset that we need to be accepting of everyone. And if you've heard any of my podcast episodes before, you know that I teach something quite different. I don't teach that we need to be exclusionary for any particular reason other than upholding the safety and the culture and the boundaries of our community. But there is something to be said about having insider access and making sure that those that are in your inner circle are getting exclusive access to you, or certain rewards, certain perks, certain behind-the-scenes information that they can't get anywhere else. So how can you give your community exclusive perks or benefits or a peek into your life that they can't get if they're on the outside? So that's the first tip from Target, is creating exclusivity. Secondly, I want to talk about building culture. You know that this is so important to me. In fact, I dedicated an entire podcast episode to it, which is episode 2 on how to create culture in your community. So if you haven't, go back and listen to that episode. But Target is really good at building their culture. They have clearly defined what their beliefs and values are, and one of those, for example, is diversity. So Target has launched a couple of campaigns in the last few years. One is the Black Beyond Measure campaign, where they're supporting Black businesses. They also had a Black History Month limited time collection. So supporting Black businesses and Black entrepreneurs and Black culture is something that Target has shown is a value and is a priority for them. They are curating product lines related to it. They have Instagram stories, highlights related to it. You see it in their newsletters, on their website. They are making it very clear that diversity is important to them. They are celebrating it, and they are taking action to show you, the consumer, what they stand behind. Because if you stand behind that too, all that's going to do is increase your connection with Target. It's going to make you love Target even more if that were possible. So let me ask you this. How are you sharing your values with your community? I know this can be so challenging, especially this day and age when everybody has an opinion about what people's values are and people try to impose their values on other people. I know it's hard to feel like you can have a voice when it comes to your values without being potentially criticized or canceled. But I really want to encourage you to do the work that I talk about in episode 2, where you identify what your beliefs are. What do you believe about yourself, about the community, about what's possible for people, about your industry, about the world? What do you value? What behaviors do you want to see? And then to share those early and often with your community in unique ways. Maybe it's in the content that you curate. Maybe it's in the way that you share Instagram stories or you highlight certain values. Maybe it's in the kinds of people that you partner with and bring alongside you in your business. I'm not sure what it is for you, but I want you to ask yourself the question, how am I sharing my values with my community? Third, Target gives us the example of curating conversations. I talk about this a bit in episode 3 when we talk about communication, but it's important to give some structure around how you're going to have conversations with your community. Well, Target doesn't exactly have a Facebook group that all of their buyers are in. It's not like they have an online discussion forum. So how are they building community with people online? Well, perfect example of this are 2 hashtags that they use across their social platform. One of those is called Target Finds, and the other is called Target Run. So Target Run moments are where you show what your loot was from your trip to Target. You came for shampoo, you came out with a handbag, a new mug, a cute thing to put on your wall, some diapers, I don't know what it was, but you definitely came out with a lot more than you went in for. That's what Target Run is for. Target Finds is for you to post style finds and things like that that you think are really good and that people should know about. And they also have Target Style hashtag too. There's a lot that they do with these hashtags to curate conversations among their community. They're highlighted in social media by being shared into stories. They leverage that in their posts and in their reels. They talk about these hashtags and feature some of the content from it in their emails and on their website. So let me ask you this, whether you have a Facebook group or a discussion forum or not, how are you curating conversations around your brand? Are you guiding your community in how to connect with one another, whether they're in your group or not? A friend of mine, Tracy Harris, does this so well. She has the Mums with Hustle community. She is in Australia, so yes, it is Mums, M-U-M-S. But if you search the Mums with Hustle hashtag on Instagram, you're going to find a lot of people like Tracy and like me who are women, mom, business owners having conversations outside of a group, but they're all connected and curated. And Tracy does an amazing job of sharing those conversations and the posts and the stories and the reels that people are sharing on Instagram using that hashtag. She highlights those and shares those inside of her social media. And that leads me to my 4th point, the 4th lesson that you can learn from Target and how they build community, which is elevate your community. What would it look like if all Target did was post their professional model photos on their Target account? What if that was all you ever saw on their newsletter? What if you never saw somebody like you in a review or in a Target style pop-up that you see on the site when you're about to buy that cute jacket? How would that impact your buying decision and your feeling of connection with the community? Target pays attention to this. So most of their content in social media is user-generated content. I want you to go look at their Instagram. I want you to look at their TikTok account, and I want you to see how unprofessional a lot of it is. It is not these heavily edited videos and fancy photo shoots. For the most part, it's user-generated content. And that's amazing because it's authentic, but it also elevates the community. And if there's one thing that I know about people, people love to be celebrated. They love to feel like they are valued and like they can contribute. It goes back to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which you've heard me talk about before. But I want to feel like I belong here. I want to feel like I can provide value here. And if I don't feel like I can provide value and contribute, and another community elevates me to a place where I know I'm providing value and I'm contributing, then I feel like I'm making a difference in the world over there. And that's probably where I want to hang out more. So my question for you is, how are you elevating your community members and showing them that you value their contribution? This could look like featuring posts from your community inside of your weekly newsletter. This could look like having a hashtag where you can share what your community is doing inside of your reels and stories. It can look like shout outs on a live. It can look like having community members be guest experts inside of your community, or featuring the work that they've done inside of the next recording of your course, or maybe in future monthly content that you're going to be offering. How can you celebrate and elevate your community and the progress that they're making? All right, so 4 things that you can learn about growing community from Target. 1, create exclusivity. 2, share your values. 3, curate conversations. And 4, elevate your community. So I want you to think about how you can apply those 4 things to your business, and I'd love for you to let me know what you decide. Connect with me below in the comments or send me a DM on Instagram and tell me how you are going to apply this to your business. And if you see another brand or company out there building community in a unique way, I want you to let me know so that I can feature them on the next episode.